So good day everyone. Today we're going to discuss the history of information communication technology or ICT. Then we are going also to discuss the four basic periods of information technology. And we have the four basic, which is pre-mechanical period, mechanical period, electromechanical period, and electronic period. So first, we're going to tackle what is pre-mechanical period. So the pre-mechanical period is the earliest period when humans use symbols, drawings, and early tools to record, store, and share information. In this period, the first developed technologies are called cave painting. The cave painting is the earliest visual communication. Cave painting is a form of prehistoric paraetial art, illustration, or paintings made on the walls, ceilings, or floors of caves and rock shelters. So primarily by hunter-gatherings during the Stone Age. So these paintings were created using natural pigments from substances like ochre and charcoal mixed with water or animal fat and applied with hands or simple tools. While the exact meanings remain unknown, cave art is thought to have symbolic or religious significance, often depicting animals such as bison, horses, and may have reserved a cultural function within their communities. The cuneiform writing, this is the first known written language using clay tablets used by the Sumerians. Cuneiform was one of the world's earliest writing systems, named for the characteristic wedge shapes, signs made by pressing a reed stylus into soft clay tablets, developed by the ancient Sumerians in Mesopotamia around late 4th millennium BCE for record. This gift, it evolved from pictograph to a logosyllabic script and was later adapted for language like Akkadian, Babylonian, and Assyrian, used for 300 years to record temple and business activities. So, myths and other information, cuneiform eventually disappeared, largely replaced by more efficient alphabetic system like the Phoenician Greek alphabet. So, of course, under the pre-mechanical period, we have the abacus. So, abacus is the earliest known counting tool used in Mesopotamia and China. So, abacus is a manual calculating device used to perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplications, and division, and to represent numbers visually. It consists of a frame with beads on rods that are moved to represent numerical values. While historically used for commerce and accounting, it remains popular today as an educational tool for developing mental math skills, improving concentration and memory in children, and providing a tactile learning method for the visually impaired. Now, let's move on to the second basic period of ICT, which is the mechanical period. So, this period were the mechanical machines built to aid human computation and information distribution. So, the printing press is a mechanical device used for applying pressure to an ink surface to transfer image or text to a print medium such as paper. While printing methods like woodblock printing existed in China and earlier, the invention of movable type printing press around 1440 by Johannes Gutenberg in Germany was a pivotal event that sparked the printing revolution. This invention democratized knowledge by enabling the mass production of books and documentations, leading to increased literacy, to spread of ideas during the Renaissance and Reformation, and profound transformation in communication and society. It's a line or arithmetic machine. is the world's first mechanical calculator invented by French mathematician Blaise Pascal between 1642 and 1644 to help his father with tax calculations. So it could perform addition and subtraction by turning number wheels with a sophisticated carry mechanism for rapid digit cascading. Numbers were introducing a stylus and two input dials, and the results were displayed in output windows at the top of the machine. Step reckoner, invented by Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz around 1672, was the first mechanical calculator capable of performing all basic arithmetic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And of course, the last one is a Jacquard loom. It's a loom with special device that uses interchangeable punch cards to automatically control individual wrap threads, allowing for the creation of complex and intricate woven patterns and textiles like damask and brocade. Invented by Joseph Marie Jacquard in France around 1804. The system's use of punch cards to store and read instruction made it one of the first programmable devices and a significant precursor to modern computing. And for the third basic period of ICT, which is electromechanical period, this period marked the transition from mechanical devices to machines that combined electrical and mechanical components. For this period, where the rise of invention of a telegraph machine is a device that transmits coded signals over a distance, most commonly referring to the electrical telegraph, developed in 19th century, which used electrical pulse via wires or radio waves to send message, invented by figures like Samuel Morse, who also created Morse code, a system of dots and dashes. The telegraph was revolutionary, a communication system that allowed for rapid, long-distance communication of information through a system that act as both a transmitter and a receiver. First, we have a telephone. It's a telecommunication device that converts human voice into electrical signals, transmits them over a wires or radio waves, and reconvert them to sound the other end, enabling long-distance conversation. So, patented by Alexander Graham Bell in the late 1870s, the telephone allows for immediate personal communication and is one of the world's most widely used devices for personal and business calls, requiring a phone number to connect with others. We have also a punch card machine. It's a device encodes and reads data on a stiff paper and codes using patterns of punch holes. These machines were the primary method for data entry, storage, and processing in the early days of computing before being replaced by more efficient technologies like magnetic tapes and disk drives. And lastly, under the third period, the C3 was the world's first functional, automatic, programmable, and Turing complete computer. So it was designed by German civil engineer Konrad Zuse and was completed in Berlin in 1941. The original machine was later destroyed during an Allied bombing raid in 1943. A working replica was built in 1961 and is on permanent display at the Deutsches Museum in Munich. And for the last basic period of ICT, which is electronic period, so the modern era marked by the use of electronic components and digital technology to process, store, and transmit data. Under this period, we have the ENIAC, an acronym for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, was the world's first programmable electronic general purpose digital computer. So completed in 1945, and it was a massive machine that marked significant milestone in the history of computing by using electronic components. The second one is a transistor. It's a miniature semiconductor device that regulates and amplifies electrical signals and power. It is a foundational component of modern electronics, used as a microscopic switch and digital circuit, and as an amplifier and analog circuit transistor replaced by bulky, less efficient vacuum tubes in the mid-20th century, enabling the creation of smaller, faster, and cheaper electronic devices like computers and smartphones. Then we have an integrated circuit or IC. Microchip is a small assembly of electronic components like transistors, resistors, and capacitors, all built on a single piece of semiconductor material, typically silicon. ICs are the backbone of modern electronics, enabling miniaturization and complex functionality and device by performing tasks that once required large separate components. So they offer significant advantage in terms of compact size, cost effectiveness, improved reliability, and enhanced performance compared to discrete circuits. And last, we have a microprocessor. It's a brain of a computer on a single integrated circuit IC chip containing the arithmetic, logic, and control circuitry to execute program instructions. It performs all the functions of a computer CPU, allowing for complex data processing and control within devices from personal computers to smartphones, appliances, and even the International Space Station. The technology was developed in early 1970s with large-scale integration and LSI, and has become increasingly powerful and miniaturized. So, yung function ng ICT mula sa pinaka-earliest hanggang ngayon na period ay napakahalaga. Simula pa lang nung cave paintings, through cave paintings, nagkakaroon ng communication, nagkakaintindihan ng ang isa't isa. At sa bawat technology na nadidiscover nila, is mayroon din mahalagang role. For example, sa telephone, pwede na tayo ngayon makipag-communicate kahit sa malalayong lugar, sa mga mahal natin sa buhay, despite of geographical distance, we can now communicate with them and real time through telephone and other technologies. And sa education, napakahalaga ng function ng ICT kasi yung mga estudyante, hindi na kailangan nila pumunta ng library. Through social media, pwede na silang mag-search at meron na silang access sa mga information na gusto nilang hanapin. Sa business, pwede mong i-promote yung business mo through social media, through posting, and pwede ka rin makikipag-communicate sa mga business partner mo all over the world through emails and other platforms. So, ICT has a big impact in our lives, especially when making our lives more easier. Because of advancement of ICT, pwede na rin natin ngayong ma-discover at mapatunayan ng mga theory na hindi pa na mapatunayan dati dahil sa lack of equipment, lack of technologies. Pero ngayon, dahil nasa modern world na tayo at napakarami ng technology na pwedeng gamitin, we can now discover more things about the world that we don't know yet.